the Niger Ombudsman channel, and it's a pleasure to have you on this particular episode of the Niger Ombudsman. It's already been 2 weeks since I last posted my video, and since that time a lot has happened. I'll be addressing 4 or 5 issues on this particular episode, but before I start, I want to congratulate the Nigeria Super Eagles on their performance in the AfCON. So I say congratulations to the Nigeria Eagles for their performance at the ongoing AfCON, and they have just now qualified for the finals, and they are going to be meeting Ivory Coast, who they won in the first round. And hopefully I pray that they are able to bring this cup home, because since 2013, when Nigeria last won the cup, that was over 10 years ago, it has been just an empty race since that time. The performance has been woeful, and so Nigerians are looking forward to this particular one. And the semi-finals was quite a tense one, and even I just read that a former federal lawmaker from the National House of Assembly has lost his life in the name of Ojuogbo Cairo. He died. I think he suffered a heart attack while watching the match, because the match was quite a tense one. And also thanks to the goalkeeper Bali, who saved 2 penalties. And so that has now taken Nigeria to the finals, and they'll be playing against Ivory Coast, a team that they met at the qualifying at the first round of the tournament. So congratulations to the Super Eagles, and we hope that you bring this cup home. At least that we bring some point of celebration for Nigerians in the midst of the sufferings they are going through right now. And I want to move to the second one, which is also a positive one. I want to congratulate the Bamiloyes. My Bamiloye family has been a big blessing to the Nigeria Christian movie industry. Mike Bamiloye himself and the wife have been in the movie industry for quite a long while. And I think when growing up, I watched series they produced at that time. And after a while, they went out of the picture. But in recent years, we have seen them come up thanks to YouTube. And so they become more visible. And I would say that the Bamiloyes have made a wonderful impact on the Christian movie industry, because they have produced very high quality movies recently, which has brought a lot of commendations, positive commendations from around the world. So to the Bamiloye family, I'll say that you are a big blessing to Nigeria, because of the positive messages your videos continue to project, not only to Nigerians, but to people from around the world. You have also been able to impact the next generation, because the Bamiloye, the movie academy has been able to train a lot of people who are now themselves producing quality movies on YouTube and other channels. So you guys, you need to have this positive feedback for you to recognize that what you are doing is appreciated from people around the world. So I pray that God will give you guys more grace to continue to do what you have been doing, and may it get better and impact lives a lot more and draw people to Christ. And the next issue I want to talk about is the problem in Senegal. Like you know, Macky Sall, the present president, came into power in 2012 of April, so which is roughly 12 years ago. And even before he came to power, he had been a mayor, he has been the head of the National Assembly, and also he has been the prime minister from 2012 to 2007, from 2004 to 2007, under the former his predecessor, Abdoulaye Wade. And like you know, Abdoulaye Wade had wanted to run for a third term, but there were a series of protests which resisted that move. And Macky Sall himself was part of that group that moved to ensure that Wade did not get a third term. And now, even despite the protest, even where people have lost their lives, Macky Sall came out in July of last year to say that let's wait till that time. So he was basically saying that he will not run for office for the third term. But right now, he has postponed elections, and there's so much uncertainty in Senegal. And there have been a series of protests, but at low level, but no doubt the tension is going to rise, and a lot of people will lose their lives if something is not done. The election was supposed to have been done or carried out this month, but now I think he's suspending it till December or even indefinitely, because of the fact that he felt that the candidates who are supposed to run for the elections, some of them will not have a fair race. And Macky Sall right now is in a dangerous dance, in the sense that he has been in power for over 12 years. And this attempt to illegally extend the time for the election so that he can continue longer in office or even have a third term is a dangerous one. Senegal has been one of the states or one of the countries that have been commended for its smooth transition. And Abdoulaye Wade had wanted to have a third term, but there was objection, there was series of protests, and even Macky Sall himself was part of those who stood against him having a third term. And so Macky Sall should come to his senses, because the interest of Senegal is more than his own personal interest. We can see the damage the coups in Africa has caused so far, because these coups came about due largely to the misbehavior of the political class. And so Macky Sall should save the people of Senegal from this problem, because the pullout of Niger, Guinea, and Burkina Faso from the ECOWAS, already the problems are already being felt. So we should not have another excuse. We should not give the military another excuse for a coup to take place in Senegal, because the people of Senegal would want to continue in a democratic situation. I don't know why the plans for election is always a problem in Africa. I was just voting at the Finnish presidential elections, and it is sad. Tears will almost come to your eyes when you see how election is conducted in a place like Finland. There's no basis for comparison, because even children are there at the pre-election vote, during the pre-election vote. I even saw quite an interesting one where the library organized a place where the children could vote for the best pet for the library. And so they could easily choose any of the pets. They had it on a chart, and so as a child you could vote for the best pet, even for the library. So this was part of the process of education of the children towards making them prepare for their responsibility of voting as an adult. And so I don't understand that of Africa, where it's like war when we're preparing for election. People are displaced. You will see people with guns and other cutlasses and other weapons during election time. People's lives are always in danger. There's always great fear when election is coming. Why should it be so? In this particular election that I said that I went to vote in, there was not a security person, not one security person. How much more a policeman or a military personnel? None was there. It was purely a civil affair. Why can't we Africans just get our act together? What is the obsession with power, which is fleeting in the first place? I just hope that the AU and the ECOWAS, who has kept mute so far, will wake up and speak to Macky Sall, because the AU were mute when the others were misbehaving before the military took over power. And so right now, the AU, the ECOWAS, the international community, this is the time for you to open your mouth and speak to Macky Sall before Senegal degenerates into a crisis, because this will not augur well for anybody. I'll move on to the last one, which is the issue of alcohol consumption in Nigeria. I want to commend Nafdac. In fact, I wanted to make a video much earlier on this particular topic. So I was very happy when I read that Nafdac had placed a ban on the production of alcohol in sachets and PET bottles. I was really very happy. You see, even while in Nigeria, I picked, during my last visit to Nigeria, I picked some of these sachets. You can see the picture right on the screen. And in my last two journeys to Nigeria, I was quite surprised seeing people consuming alcohol, young people, as early as 6 o'clock. Bamiloyes have now started a protest, and they have taken the protest to the National Assembly. And please, I want you to repost this particular video, because so that those at the National Assembly will see it. The distilleries have said that they have spent so much money buying machines to produce the sachets and also the PET bottles, and because of that, people will lose their jobs. But let us look at the pros and cons. Alcohol right now is a big problem. The use of alcohol right now is a big problem in Nigeria. Alcohol consumption in our own culture in Nigeria has been limited to celebrations and ceremonies. It was not our culture before for you to just wake up, go to the shop, buy alcohol and begin to drink even as early as 6 a.m. And that is the kind of culture we have right now. You see young people go to the shops, buy this alcohol in little sachets, put them into their pockets and begin to consume it as if they are drinking water. So we should look at the long-term impact, the environmental impact of production of these sachets as against the money the distilleries have spent in buying machines. The distilleries were existing before they started to produce these little sachets, probably in the last four years or so. I've never anywhere in the world seen alcohol being produced in these little sachets, apart from Nigeria and probably some countries in Africa which have also copied from it. Nowhere in the world, because alcohol is sales is very much regulated in many parts of the world. And so you cannot just wake up and begin to go and buy alcohol in little sachets and just begin to consume. Even right now, we see women with these trays on their head selling alcohol as if it's food. And so we should look at the health impact. A lot of our young men are being destroyed because of this easy access to alcohol by just going to the shop and buying these drinks in sachets. So I commend Nafdac, and the National Assembly should support Nafdac, irrespective of the impact it has on the distilleries who want to make money. We should look at the long-term impact on our own citizens. If this problem continues, a group of young people are being destroyed. The long-term impact will not be good for our country. So Nafdac should be supported to bring the sales of these sachet drinks to an end, and also the impact on our environment. You will see these PET bottles and sachets all over the ground, all over the place. So who is going to clean up and take care of this, of the mess that is left after? Have the distilleries, have they taken responsibility in cleaning up this in our environment? Have they put in money to ensure that people are cleaning up after them? So Nafdac should be supported to ensure that the sale of alcohol in these little packets are brought to an end. So to all those who have been watching this video, I want to say thank you for watching. If you like any part of it, go ahead and comment, and please share the video, especially concerning the issue of Macky Sall and Nafdac, so that we will save our young generation from the negative impact of alcohol consumption. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And remember, you are that change that you desire. If you desire change in Nigeria or wherever you are, begin with yourself. May God bless you, and see you in the next one.